Today I'm making spaghetti squash. Now, if you don't know my story, I had fatty liver disease, GERD, Barrett's esophagus, gastritis. I had a cyst on my brain my entire life, a cyst on my liver, hypertension, and pre-diabetes. I had candida and all those things at just 33 years old. And I got sick and tired of feeling horrible all the time, inflammation, so I started doing what I call an elimination diet. And what that means is I'm just going from processed foods to all whole foods at the beginning of this. I'll probably do it a month, and I'm making spaghetti. I've always liked spaghetti, so I use a spaghetti squash now because the carbs that you get from pasta and just a lot of the ingredients that's in pasta, it's not natural. So I want to eat everything right now in its purest form. So I got spaghetti squash, and I use this right here. This is the best that I've found in Walmart. This is literally just Italian whole peel tomatoes, Italian cherry tomatoes, olive oil, roasted garlic, carrots, and salt, a product of Italy. And this is amazing. And we're just going to put garlic in it. And then we're going to eat spaghetti. Everybody likes spaghetti, but a lot of people feel bloated afterwards. So I want to show you just how I make this at home. And now you can eat spaghetti without the guilt. It's all natural. You're going to have no bloated feeling after it. So we'll go ahead and get started. So this is really easy. We're just going to split this right down the middle. It can be a little tough. Usually one end comes out a little bit bigger, but it doesn't matter. It's still going to work the same. But you just split that just like that right there. Some people like to bake it with that in there. I just like to go ahead and take it out. You can wait until after it's done, but I just prefer to go ahead and pull all the seeds out. So now we're just going to take this, we're going to put a little salt on there. This right here is Redmond real salt. This is the best salt that I've found so far. It comes off the salt mine just like this, and they put it through a sifter, and they got different levels for like fine, then you got your coarse, and then you got you know, stuff they use on roadways. But this right here has a lot of minerals in it. Now we're seasoning on purpose. You know, I do like turmeric, but this is really good for like inflammation and good for your joints. So try to season on purpose whenever you're first starting this health journey. I'm doing everything as if I'm starting this over again now. It's been a little over 2 years since I was dealing with all these issues. But now I'm going through the process, you know, showing you exactly what I did to reverse all these things naturally. So eventually we're going to go from this type of diet to the keto diet, and then we're going to go to carnivore. But if you like spaghetti, this right here is a must-have. So I'm going to put this in the oven for about 45 minutes on 350 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and cut up an onion, and we're just going to leave this set here until it's time for the meat, which I like to start cooking that about, you know, 10-15 minutes before the spaghetti squash gets out. That way everything comes out warm all together. Now right here are some benefits to onion. Now again, we are transitioning into the ultimate elimination diet, which is carnivore. That way, once we start reintroducing foods again, we can see what foods bother us, which foods doesn't, you know, because you might react to an onion differently than me. You know, so we're just trying to figure out what we respond well to. And the only way that I've found to really do that is to do something like carnivore for a short period of time and then introduce foods again, one at a time. So, you know, this week I might start seasoning food with onion again, but not with garlic. And then after 2 or 3 days, I'll be able to see if this activates reflux or anything like that. And then, you know, I won't do the onion. And then I'll just season with garlic for a few days. So we're going to create a journal. You got 2 columns. You got what your body responds well to, what it doesn't respond well to. I'll try the onion out for 2 or 3 days with no other seasoning, and if this bothers me, I put it in that category. If it doesn't bother me, I put it in the good category. And then I don't eat this again. I bring back the garlic and I test my body just with you know, more meat-based, and then just with a piece of garlic or something. And I do that for a few days, and then I mark it in what column it lands in. And then I start doing that with seasonings, and then I do that with veggies, and I do that with fruit. As long as it's natural, we try to reintroduce it. That way, since we're all created and designed differently, we're going to respond to things differently, and we can create a diet plan based upon how our body reacts to certain foods. Now, this was a game changer for my health. So that's the main reason why I'm doing this. Again, I have a free course in my description box below. You could join for free, and you could take that course for free. And in that, I explain what was going on in my body during these diagnoses. And, you know, I just talk a little bit more about how I'm going to bring back foods and everything like that. So I think it's good, and it'll serve you well if you're interested. It's going to be the first link in my description box. Thank God you can cut videos, because it took me a while to get the peel off this. If you know an easier way to get the peeling off faster with garlic, please let me know in the comments. That way I could try it out and save me a lot of time. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now, I actually respond well to garlic, and I take some of this, you know, not every day, but I'll take a little bit of it like this in, you know, small chunks, and I'll put some water in my mouth and swallow this whole. It's really, really good for your cardiovascular system. I'll put some information on the screen right now so you can check that out. Again, we are seasoning on purpose. So if you're into this content, could you please like, subscribe, leave me a comment, share this with a friend, and turn on that notification bell. That way you're notified every single time that I upload a video. I'm very transparent in my videos. So if something's working for me, I'll let you know. If it's not, I'll let you know. If you haven't seen my video on the grocery haul for this whole food diet, then you can go back and check that out. I buy everything. It's all natural. Very, very good for you. Now, I like to get the grass-fed, grass-finished, but you don't have to do that. Any type of ground beef is awesome as long as it is like this. You don't want to buy the, you know, something that comes in a box or something like that. This right here is the best version that I found at Walmart. I like the ones that have a little bit more fat in it, because your brain needs fat to run. I'm going to put up a picture right here showing that. And once I started eating fat, all my issues started to go away. So we're going to go ahead and put this in the pan, and then we're going to start adding everything. I don't know if anybody caught that or not, but I forgot to pre-season the meat. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it right here. Some more Redmond real salt, a little bit more turmeric, some more black pepper to activate that turmeric. Now, you got some of that meat that sticks right there, but we're going to take that off. That's flavor. We're going to put some butter in here, and that's going to really start pulling that up. Pull the meat to one side, get some of that butter over here. Once you add that sauce too, it's really going to pull all this up. It's going to taste really good. So now we're going to add our sauce. So now you can see all that flavor is pulled up and it's into the sauce. So we just take those out one at a time and just start scraping. So then we just take that, pour it right into our plate. So I just take a little bit more salt. Now I'll just take a little bit of this, throw it right in there. So give it a shot. Let me know what you think of it. If you're into this type of content, please let me know in the comments. And if you stayed around this long in the video, I appreciate it. Please comment I stayed to the end, and that'll let me know that you really like this type of content. So it's my goal this year to help a lot of people be encouraged that these diagnoses, like I talk about in my videos, can heal naturally as long as you fuel your body the right way. So that's it for this one. I'll see you in the next video.